Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, and welcome back to the Baseball Head. I hope you like this video and subscribe. I just want to ask you, do a couple things for me. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I need you to subscribe if you're coming through for the first time. And I need the people that are subscribers and watch my videos on a regular basis to share the video, send it to your friends, your family members that are Mets fans, or even if they're not Mets fans. We have a lot of joking around here. I don't take myself seriously. I don't take the players seriously. But I take the Mets winning seriously. But I need you to send this video out, share it. And, of course, I need you to watch the entirety of the video because it pushes it out into YouTube, and YouTube recommends it. Last time I did a video, I got a lot of great results, got a lot of subscribers. Need you to do me every time you watch my videos, subscribe automatically, and we're going to get to 5,000. I have trust in you, I have faith in you to do it, and we're going to get there. So, I'm going to talk about the Mets. Well, no kidding. I'm going to talk about the Mets in this video. I'm going to talk about third base. They've had several players to play third base this year. They've had Ronny Mauricio just recently. They've had Mark Vientos. They've had Brett Baty. They had Eduardo Escobar. They had Mark Canha. Jonathan Arauz, he won't be here next year. But we have a problem. And the problem is none of these younger guys in particular have really stepped up. I don't count Mauricio because he has been here that long. 2 weeks? Now we have 2 weeks left in the season, and now we have a problem at third base. Who will be the third baseman next year? We've seen Brett Baty. Brett Baty basically defensively embarrassed himself on a number of occasions. His offense, which has been what his calling card has been, hasn't been there. I've not been impressed with him. I think a lot of people haven't been impressed with him. Just based off of his offensive output, it hasn't been good at all. He strikes out way too much. I'm surprised at the amount of strikeouts. He came up with a reputation coming up to the minor leagues, sort of like Brandon Nimmo. He takes a lot of pitches, no strikes on. I did not see that. I did not see that with Brett Baty. Mark Vientos, in my opinion, and you could leave it in the comment section, I don't believe he's a third baseman. I don't think the Mets believe he's a third baseman either. He has a lot of issues there defensively. I think he's probably a DH, in my view, which is not a bad thing. He's hit rather well in the last few weeks since he's come back from the injured list. But he struggled. We know all these guys have struggled offensively, particularly Baty and Vientos. They've struggled offensively. Vientos' issues was they didn't play him. They brought him up and they didn't play him, and then they sent him down, and they didn't know what the hell to do with him. Now he's sort of come around. Now that the season's over, now he's coming around. I don't worry about too much in September or when the team's out of it, when spare parts of young players play well, they don't play well. So, but we saw Brett Baty here for a good portion of the season. His defense was not very good. His approach to the plate was not very good. And you sort of have an issue now. Now on the infield, the Mets are very stable on the infield. We know who the catcher is going to be. I think we know who's going to be the first baseman for the long term. Mets have they're very strong up the middle with Lindor and McNeil. Wherever McNeil plays, he's very strong in defensively wherever they play him. But third base has become a bit of a black hole. I was reading an article from the New York Post, and really since David Wright retired, and really since David Wright had that problem with his back, the Mets have had no stability at third base, nothing. They had Todd Frazier for a year or two. He's kind of past his prime when the Mets got him, although he had a lot of big hits here, and he was a good clubhouse guy. They haven't had really anybody at third of any. I think we were all hoping that Brett Baty could have been that guy, but he's not that guy, in my opinion. We're gonna argue about it all you want. That's my opinion on it. But the Mets this is a big problem, and there isn't a lot there on the market going into the offseason. Two players that are out there, Matt Chapman, who's with the Blue Jays, and Jamero Candelario, who's playing for the Cubs. He's playing first base, but he played well at third base for the Nationals. I don't know if I want him, but he could probably persuade me to take him if the Mets signed him. Issue's Matt Chapman. Matt Chapman's probably the best defensive third baseman in the American League. But as the Blue Jays season has worn on up there, with them being in a pennant race, he's been pinch hit a lot. His offense is not great. He strikes out more than Babe, believe it or not. He has struck out close to 200 times a few years in his career when he was playing with the Oakland A's. And he hasn't really played well offensively. He got off to a very strong start this year offensively, but his offense is just not good enough. Defensively, you know what you're getting. You're going to get a top-notch third baseman playing every day defensively. But the offense is just not there. So what are the Mets going to do? That is a big question that Billy Epler and David Stearns are going to have to answer in this offseason. Who is going to play third for this team? Do they move Jeff McNeil to third? Now, we see McNeil at third. I'm not all that impressed with him at third. Seems like that might be the one position that he's not very good at. He's great in the outfield. He's great at second. If they need him to play short in a pinch, he'd probably be really good there. But third base seems to be the least productive, the least effective he is at any position in the field. I don't know if you want to do that. But then again, the Mets have a bit of a glut in the middle infield now with all these prospects. Luis Angel Acuna could play second. Ryan Mauricio could play second. Who knows what they're going to do with Jet Williams? He is flying to the Mets system. He might be with the Mets next year. A lot of these guys might be with the Mets next year. So they're going to have a bit of a glut here in the infield. So maybe they move somebody to third. But the thing about Jet Williams and Acuna in particular, they're little guys. I mean, they're not, when Acuna's 5'8" and Jet Williams is 5'6", not very big guys. You want a tall guy, about 6 foot or taller at third base. You can't have anybody shorter than that. That's kind of an issue. So the Mets had this issue with third base, which is really the biggest positional issue they have, to be honest with you. Because they can shift guys around the outfield. Also, I mentioned, before I end this video, I've been talking about this for 2 years. This team needs another hitter in this lineup. Where can they get that guy from? I don't know. The injuries to Shohei Ohtani makes me very leery about him, both offensively and on the mound now. But excuse me. Let me know what you think about this. I don't have the answers for this one. Third base is going to probably be a question mark next year, I think. It's a real conundrum that they're in with third base in particular. The pitching staff, I think they'll bring in Yamamoto. They'll bring in maybe a pitcher from here, and bring in some bullpen help. But again, 2 issues that are going to go into the offseason for this team. Obviously, third base, which I've talked about here in this video, and a big bat in the middle of the lineup that can complement Pete and can complement Lindor. So we will see. Like I always say, I would mention again, if you are a regular subscriber, I need you to do 2 things for me. Watch the entirety of a video. It throws the watch time up. And 2, share it with your friends, share it with your family. This is becoming an influential channel, believe it or not. I saw it in May and June when I was complaining about the Mets, how poorly they were playing. I saw it. Social media is very strong, as you know. So I need you to get me more subs and get this video out there as far as you can. Share it everywhere. Like I said, text it to a friend. Put it on Facebook. Put it on X-Twitter. Put it on Reddit, wherever you are. Instagram. You have a friend on Instagram, send it to him. He's a Met fan. Send it as far as you can. That'll help this channel more than anything, as well as YouTube. So, thank you again. I appreciate all the time you spend to watch the videos. It means a lot to me. I can't tell you how much it means to me. And I thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'll see you later.